Hey everyone, Fritt and Krosso recently discovered a big 1-minute time save for Up and Atom, the Caterpillar auto-scroller in LBP2. It's not hard, but it does involve doing some precisely timed movement off camera. Thankfully I found a couple visual cues and timings that make it easier, so I figured I'd make a guide for the skip. The skip starts with getting out of bounds after starting the auto-scroller. All you need to do is immediately die, have your friend help you stay in the front layer when you spawn by having them hang out underneath the spawn point, and then have them rush ahead to act as a bridge here so you can get over to the right side, staying in the front layer. Now if you hold down and right to hug this wall, you'll end up outside the auto-scroller. This is the point where you have to do things blind, so I'll just show you what it looks like in create mode. Essentially, you'll hold down and right until this wall disappears, then immediately start heading up this way. Then when you get up here, you'll want to move to the left and hang out in this position, which blocks the spawning of all the level pieces. The way this level works is there's a big sequencer that steps forward bit by bit, spawning a new piece of the auto-scroller every time empty space frees up. So if you end up blocking those pieces from spawning, such that there's always empty space, the sequencer will advance at a much faster pace. So if you wait here for just long enough, when you move to the left, the final piece will spawn and you'll just be at the end of the level 1 minute faster. So how do you do this when you can't actually see what's going on? Well, it's fairly consistent if you just follow these exact steps. So at this point, you'll want to hold down and right to hug the wall, then watch for this set of bubbles underneath this golden line. Basically, the moment that golden line enters the top of the screen, I immediately start holding up. If you time it correctly, you'll see yourself heading up the right side of the tree, hopefully not too far away from it. So next you'll want to watch for this large round bit of fire. When the top of the round part enters the screen, basically this line, you'll want to hold left for about half a second, then stop moving. If you did it correctly, the level should stop spawning after this block with all the little stumps on it. This is the part where you want to stay still to block the spawning pieces, but if you don't press anything, the caterpillar will actually slowly move downwards, so make sure you're tapping the left stick up every few seconds to keep yourself in place. Anyway, this part doesn't really have any consistent visual cues, unfortunately, so you'll want to have a timer on hand. From the moment you stop holding left up above the level, you'll want to wait for 20 seconds. At the 20-second mark, you'll hold left, then up, and you should be at the end of the level. Note that if you wait for too long, you'll end up actually preventing the scoreboard from spawning entirely, and you'll have no way of finishing the level. So if you're not comfortable, you may want to move away an extra second early, though you will lose more time the earlier you move away. Anyway, that's it. It takes a little bit of practice, but it's fairly consistent if you just follow those steps. Enjoy the time save.